Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Sean, and I hope you guys are continuing to do well since the last video I released. I hope you guys are continuing to get better month over month. Since the last video, I've received tons of messages from people who are struggling with the same thing. Tons of people who say to me, hey man, what you're going through is exactly what I'm going through right now. And so I've been able to help a lot of people. I did say in last video that I'd give an update on where I am and in my recovery phase. So I could say I'm 19 months now, and I could say that I've gotten to maybe about 90%. That's not every day. Some days are worse than others. Some days I'm at 80%. But I've been feeling better for most days, better than not. I'm continuing to go out, so I'm going to hockey games, going out in public, I'm doing everything that I used to do, although just a little bit of things that I need to touch up. So again, I'm getting better month over month. I'm doing my VRT exercises, I'm continuing to challenge myself and find new ways to challenge my vestibular system. So I'll give a better update on when I get closer to 100% and the new things that I'm doing. First and foremost, I want to say I'm not a medical professional. Everything that I'm talking about is my thoughts, theories, experiences. So just kind of take my word for, what it is, and if you resonate with it, perfect. But today I want to talk about staying positive throughout your recovery process with the vestibular disorder. So a lot of people, again, I thank you very much. A lot of people have reached out on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, they've messaged me, and I've been able to help a lot of people go through what I went through. And the biggest question that I do get is, how do you stay positive throughout this whole ordeal? As you guys all know, some days can be just absolutely defeating. Some days can make you feel that this will never get better. And it's normal. It's normal to feel like that because, some days your brain, your vestibular system, it's not aligning and it's just a bad day. So I want to talk about how I stay positive and continue to stay positive in this recovery process. So first and foremost, what helped me was acceptance. Easier said than done, but accepting that I have this illness and disorder. So for me, it took months. It took months to accept that, this is your life for now. So I always tried to get the quick fix. I always tried to, I was trying to do this and that, and I didn't accept that, this might be a little bit longer term than I would have liked. So for me, accepting the fact that this is my new me for now. I'm determined that it's not going to be my new me forever. Maybe I'll never get to 100%, I'm not too sure. But I'm determined, and I accepted the fact that I need to, I got dealt this hand right now, and I need to work on it. I need to do the exercises to get my life back, essentially. Again, in my last video I talked about I work in a physical rehabilitation center. And I deal with people who got injured at work. And for me, I think it might have been easier because I get to see daily, people getting in accidents, incidents happening. No one wished it, no one wanted it, but it just happened. So I think for me, accepting that fact makes it a little bit easier for me to, go on to the next step. So for me, acceptance was the first thing, and the second one is believing in yourself, believing that you're gonna get better. So there's so many negative stories out there and people have brought that to my attention. How do you stay positive when there's so many negative stories out there? Well, you know what? I compare it to like a restaurant review. How many more negative reviews are you going to hear versus the positive ones? Probably, I don't know the number, but 10 more than versus a positive one. You really have to go out there to find those positive stories. So believing in yourself and wanting to fight for your life back. So that's doing your exercises, believing that you're going to get better, believing that these exercises are helping. With that, I forgot to mention in my last video, write down your symptoms. Write down how you feel on a day-to-day basis. If you can see that you are a day-to-day getting better and better, then you can maybe start believing that you are getting better. So for me, I have that belief that, I got dealt this bad hand, but I'm excited to destroy it and overcome this illness. So believing in yourself. I guess with that, finding positive stories. Again, there's so many negative stories out there. Find those positive ones and really focus on those. Forget the negative ones. The negative ones, there's going to be negative ones, but you know what? That's going to affect the way you think. So if you can find those positive stories, my story, I guess you can take it as positive. It's taken a while, but I've regained my life again. So finding those positive stories and focusing on those. Forget the negative. Another thing that kind of helped me stay positive throughout this whole thing, it's kind of ironic. At work, I facilitate these classes, and I almost call them kind of like life skill classes. So again, it's with injured workers. So there's this thing that I talk about. And so here goes. What you think equals how you feel equals what you do. So again, what you think equals what you feel equals what you do. So if I think I can't, it's too hard, this is never gonna work, my life sucks, how's that gonna influence how you feel? Well, you're gonna feel pretty crappy. You're gonna feel sad, you're gonna feel depressed, right? And then what do? Maybe nothing, right? So if I think that I can't, I feel that I can't, I feel sad, I probably won't do anything. And I don't know, maybe those negative stories out there, maybe those people haven't done anything about it. And again, I'm sorry, maybe you have and it's just chronic, but I don't know. That think, feel, do, when I was in my acute stages, I remember reading this story and the lady said, I'm 2 years in and I'm finally able to go to the grocery store. And for me, that hit me. That hit me. And I'm like, 2 years? It took you 2 years and you're finally able to go to the grocery store? And at that time, I wasn't able to go to the grocery store, and I was probably about 4 months in. It was just the visual vertigo, the dizziness, the lights, everything. I wasn't able to do it. And so if I can't change the way I think, which is I think that I can't, how I feel, this sucks, my life is over, then how do I get out of that? Well, it's changing the do, maybe. So what I did was, and again, the VRT almost, I got up and walked around the block. If I can only do that for 5 minutes, then I only can do that for 5 minutes. And then I progressed the block longer around the malls. So me changing that one thing on the do, and I can see progress, that's gonna change the way I think. So obviously I thought, hey, you know what? I'm getting better. Maybe this VRT stuff is working. Maybe this exposure to going out again is helping me. And then eventually that's going to affect the way I feel. So how did I start to feel? I started to feel hopeful. I am getting better, right? So this think, feel equals what I do. It's a vicious cycle. So if you think negatively, it's going to affect everything. So it's easier said than done saying think positive. But watching your thoughts is such an important thing. So now my thinking is I'm going to destroy this thing. I'm going to win. I'm going to not be confined by this illness. Equals what I do. I'm going to go out. I'm going to live my life. Equals how I feel. I feel good. I feel optimistic, I feel hopeful, and it's going to affect what I do, and I'm going to go out, and I'm going to live my life, and I'm going to get my life back. So again, it's just watching your thoughts. If you think negatively, it's going to affect everything. If you think positively, It's going to affect everything more positive. And lastly, for a lot of people, they say that I can't watch TV anymore, I can't go to the movies. You know what? Maybe in this recovery process, maybe finding something else that you didn't know that you enjoyed. So for me, because I couldn't watch TV, I listened to a lot of podcasts. I listened to different ones where I could learn. You know, instead of going to the movies, I went and watched improv and theater. So I just tried different things. And you know what? A good laugh. Watching, and you know, if you're able to, but watching a good movie. If you can't watch TV, maybe you could listen to comedies on the radio, on YouTube. Just kind of finding something as a little escape to kind of put you in a better mood. So, again, those are the things that kind of helped me. So accepting it, believing that I'm gonna get better, finding positive stories and focusing on those positive stories, watching my thoughts. So being very careful of where my thoughts went, and just finding something else to kind of keep my mind occupied and that I enjoyed and that can make me laugh. So I know, again, how hard this thing is and how hard one day you could be feeling good, the next day like crap, and it could affect you mentally. But just watch your thoughts. You know what? Watch those positive videos online, watch those recovery stories, because people do get better. And I'm getting better. So again, to all those people that have reached out, thank you. I don't think it's a burden that you're messaging me. I want to prevent people from not going through what I went through. If I can help in any way, honestly, that's kind of where I'm at in life right now. That's kind of the hand I'm dealt right now is, you know what, I need to help as many people as possible. So people have started following me on social media. So on my Instagram, it's weird, I've been getting a lot of messages. I don't promote anything on Instagram, but if you want to follow it, it's s.pangs. I mean, if anything, it can show you that I'm still out and doing stuff and I'm not just saying that I'm doing things. I'm actually out living my life again. So if you need any help, anything else, message me, let me know, subscribe to this channel, and again, I'll do an update a couple months from now when I get closer to 100%. So be well, continue your exercises, and I hope you recover from the next time I release a video. Thank you.